Hi everybody. So we all know that Shopify provides cohort analysis, but what we need to know that how to read cohort analysis and why do I even have to read it, and what should be the frequency behind reading the cohort data, and all this I'm going to cover today in this short video. Okay. Lately, we have been auditing many ad accounts in e-commerce space and ad accounts plus their Shopify data, and most of the growth answers are actually hidden inside customer cohort analysis. So today I'm going to show you how to do the same. Okay. The first thing first, you'll have to go to this customer cohort analysis report. Uh, Thankfully, Shopify actually enabled this report for all type of Shopify accounts, be it basic or be it plus. So you have to go there. Such kind of window will open up for you, and then you will have to kind of like select the time range you want to analyze for. Okay. If you are running a very long business, then you should start looking at data from as old as you can and start trying to find out some sort of a sense over here. Okay. So how to look at the data. Okay, so first thing first, as you can see, with cohort analysis you could literally understand your 60-day customer LTV, basically how much money your customer is spending for you in a 30-day time period, in a 60-day time period, in a 90-day time period, in a 120-day time period. But ideally, we at AdPops, we kind of believe that LTV should be considered as a 60-day time frame, not more than that. Okay. Uh, so how to do that? I have hidden this particular part of this video because of like I'll have to extract and show you some data, some product level data as well, and to protect privacy of the store. And I have hidden this, but you can see that this is the metric, this is the interval part, this is the cohort inclusion, then this part is actually first order based on like how you want to filter the data. So basically I would like to go over here amount spent per customer. Okay, so as you can see for 2022, this particular store, they have the first order average value of 1655, and within 2 months, month 0, month 1, month 2, it has increased to 2180. So basically about 300 to 400 rupees of increase out of 1600. So if you basically divide 400 divided by 1600, basically it comes around 440% jump, right? For 400, about 25% jump, which is good. Okay. Basically like your target should be month 2 value divided by first order value. uh, the increment should be 30% on the month 2, like the 60-day, and month 4 it should be near about 60% jump. Like if you're already hitting that kind of number, you are already doing extremely good in terms of retention. Like your products are actually working for you and your retention marketing is actually working for you as well. Those who are you not hitting that kind of number, that does not mean your retention marketing is not working. No, not like that, because your product also has a bigger role to play than your retention marketing flows and campaigns. Okay, so this is the first part, and then the second part is that, and based on that you could like apply some filter as well. So I'm going to apply a filter and let's see. Okay, so I have applied a filter over here. For this particular product in 2022, our first order value was 1841, and it straight up jumped about 500 rupees. So 500 divided by 1841, good number, very good number. So let's see what happened in 2023. Okay. Okay, so our first order value has reduced, of course, to accommodate the scale. But 1561 we have jumped to 2331. Basically, that's about 800 rupees jump, basically 50% jump. So clearly, this is my winning product, right? I have shown you the value for a winning product. So now I can understand, let's say, how to use the data now. Now if you ask me like how, okay, I understand how to use the data. Let's say I have a 2 to 1 ROI target, okay, ROS target or ROI target, whatever you can call it. And let's say for this one, let's say currently we are having a fast order value of 1561. So basically your CAC target, new customer acquisition, uh, cost per new customer acquisition target should be somewhere around 750. Now, with that particular CAC target, you may not be able to achieve a higher scale. Let's say you want to achieve a higher scale. So as you can see, I'll be going for the 60-day lifetime revenue, which actually enables, now if I do a 2 is to 1, I'll be able to see that my 750 initial CAC target now has changed to 1100 CAC target. Now with 1100 CAC target for a new customer acquisition, this particular store can do pretty well, and they could add literally infinite number of customers. I'm telling you a lot of number of customers, because as you can see, they have a like a huge jump on the retention. And going forward, I am only considering the 60-day part, but if you go forward, as you can see, like if they want to go forward, the cohort data points are getting more and more and more strong. Okay, this is number one part, how to identify like what should be your ideal CAC target for a particular product or maybe for your entire store. So now let's say for your entire store, if you ask me, okay, so 2 is to 1, so that means the entire store blended CAC is 550 rupees, which translates to 2 is to 1. And if I have a aggressive growth target, then I will be adjusting my CAC target from 550 to about 750 or 770 or something like that. Okay, again I am optimizing for the month 2 lifetime revenue. And we at AdBox, we only believe for an e-commerce website, a customer is only worth for 60 days. Beyond that, if that particular customer is coming back and making further purchases for your store, and that's an added bonus. Okay, so this is the number part, one part, like how to use the customer cohort to identify appropriate CAC target for your store. Okay, but again, be careful. This, like the more number of data you have, it becomes very clearer. Store that is started only with 2-3 months of data, do not do this. Okay, now the next part is understanding the customer retention rate and how to use this data. Okay, I'm not going to tell you, see, like for October our cohort, this repeat data is little bit less, we need to improve our customer retention effort. No, that is not going to help you. Okay, this is not a SaaS platform, it is an e-commerce platform. This would, by looking at this minute data, will not help you. What you rather need to look at, so this is my store for 2023, and as you can see, I am adding near about 10,000, 9,000, 10,000, 16,000, so many newer customer on every month. First thing first, do I see a overall month on month new customer number growth or not? If I see that my new customer number is not steadily going upward, then I have a problem. Then the brand has a problem. That is a huge problem. I'm going to show you after some time why after some time it becomes a huge problem. Okay, number one. Second point, what is my average retention rate month on month? Again, as you can see, 7.1, 8.1, 6.3, 4.7. Remember this number. I'm going to use this number to identify what are my good products and what are my bad products. Okay, so I'm going to apply a filter again, uh, and see how the value is coming up for that particular product. So remember 7.1, 8.1, 6.3. So anything greater than these numbers and has some sort of like a good volume of new customer is going on, that particular product is actually our good product, and we should keep on acquiring more and more that customers using that particular product. So I applied the filter. As you can see, this particular product does not really have the very good repeat rate on the first month, month 0. But for month 1, as you can see that this number is good, and month 2 somewhat near about good as well. So yes, this kind of like indicates I need to acquire more and more. And as you can see, we have did the similar sort of thing over here, and from some point of the time we kind of like steadily increase our new customer number for this particular product month on month. Okay. Okay, now for, let's say I'm going for another product. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Now for this particular product you hope to see a better numbers. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see for this particular product, the numbers are very different: 9.5, 11.5, 9.6. Clearly this is my winning product. Now the strategic direction for advertising will be, at any cost I need to increase my new customer number for this product month on month, whatever happens. Okay, let's say that there is the you are acquiring at a higher CPA, introduce offer, maybe introduce flash sale, and whatever, this number has to grow every month on month, because this particular product carries a very good cohort month on month. Okay, so if anything happens, you should not be reducing spend for this product. Okay, the spend for this product should go up and up and up only. Now I'm going to show you an example of a bad product. Okay, so now coming to the bad product. Now as you can see, this particular product contains very lesser than average cohort value. If you could remember the initial value 7.1, something like that, it is kind of like carrying the list. And as you can see, once we have identified, we kind of like reduced our new customer acquisition target for the same, and then we again came back strong. But this time, as you can see, we kind of like fixed the retention from that particular product. So basically what actually ended up happening, client actually went back and started fixing product level issues rather than post purchase email and WhatsApp issues. Okay, so I hope you're getting my point. So this is how you need to read cohort for every product to identify which particular product has a potential to be your next best product. Okay, in this way you can identify, and ideally in every 30 days or every 45 days you should go back and do this exercise for all of your product to identify which particular products where we need to push more budget. Okay, now I'm going to show you something for, let's say, when you stop acquiring uh, good value, stop kind of acquiring new customer for your hero product, where it the problem happens, and your actually cohort data shows you faster time than anything. Okay, so I'm going to, I have put the top product over here. Now let's go back to 2022. Okay, so as you have probably seen, as you can see, the new customer number for this top product has steadily increased. Some increase, some declining, but it has a steady flow of increment. Okay. Come to 2023. Okay. Now as you can see, this number, all of a sudden this number is declining again, continuing to decline. Okay, almost declining in phase. Now what will happen, right? If you acquiring lesser number of products for your top product, or lesser number of customer for your top product, your ultimate cohort numbers will eventually become lesser and lesser. So, and why we ended up acquiring less, I'm going to show you something else. Okay, so at that time period the business had a different requirement. They introduced a newer product where you are getting a better ROAS on the dashboard, so we kind of like uh, put our focus over there. Okay, so I'm going to try to find that particular product where it happened. So as you can see, so this particular product has been introduced somewhere around end of January, and then as you can see, we have significantly increased the budget for the same. And where the budget came from, we actually ended up taking out budget from the top product. Okay, now you have understood the problem. Again, why we ended up increasing the budget? Because we failed the what the Facebook ads dashboard ROS. We're getting better result, but we have never foreseen the event that this particular product could have a very worse cohort data. Okay, once we have figured it out, we immediately took it down. Okay, on top of that, it's not only one product. We actually ended up introducing a lot of products. So I'm going to show you another product. Again, almost similar time frame. So the problem for this particular account kind of like increased multifold because of the same. Again, like very bad cohort data, right? And now as you can see, almost similar time, we introduced another product introduced and number started shooting. Okay, and we almost at that particular time we figured it out. Okay, then it started decreasing. Now we are kind of like controlling it. Okay, so as you can see, like again, initial ROAS showed us like okay, we need to acquire more number of customers. Later we realized somewhere down this line we realized, and when we realized, already 3-4 months passed. Okay, despite we knowing how to read cohort, it took us about, we are already behind by 3-4 months. If you are not using cohort data, if you are not reading the cohort data, you will never know what happened with you. Even after a year, you maybe some agency maybe some agency like us or some other agency could come up and tell you that where the main problem has happened. Okay, this is the number one part that you need to look at on every now and then, every 45 days you should go back and look at this data, and based on that you kind of have to set up some sort of like a target. Okay, so how to set up target based on the data, like okay, let's say currently I am acquiring, let's do it after 12 months. Okay, right now for this product I am acquiring near about 15,000 per month. Okay, so basically that comes down to about near about 4,000 customers on a weekly basis, let's say. How to track it? And again, you will be always be lagging for a week, because you can track weekly data. You'll have to go down to a smaller time frame, that's 3 months, and then go to weekly. And now let's start tracking, are we acquiring near about 5,000 or not? Okay, now as you can see, it was about 4,000, so 15,000 equals to about 3,750, I think. So yeah, we are almost touching. Sometimes we are going beyond it, sometimes touching it, sometimes just lesser than that. But as you can see, like we are tracking now. The latest cohort we can track is from March 25, which will end at somewhere around April 2nd. So I think that April 2 cohort will show up at somewhere around 10th of April. So basically now you can see that you are always a week behind the data. Okay, so that these are the problems. Okay, okay, so this is how you need to read it. So you will be using, now you know like how to use cohort to identify the appropriate CAC target for a product, or maybe on a blended store level, how to identify hero products, potentially hidden products by using customer cohort analysis. I hope this is useful for you. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comments. Happy to help out.